Hey guys, it's me again, and today, welcome to part 2 of the 2025 edition of my box set collection. Which the last box that I showed you in part 1 yesterday of the 2025 edition of my box set collection was the Equalizer 3 movie collection, and now we're going to pick up from there. Yeah. So these are the next few box sets I want to show in part 2 of the 2025 edition of my box set collection. So yeah, then I'll show the last few box sets in part 3 tomorrow. Yep. So these are the next few box sets I'm going to show. Yep. Yeah. So without further ado, let's get started. Yeah, with the first box set I'm going to show. Yeah. Okay. The first box set I'm going to show for part 2 is this is the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit trilogy box set, and it's a 6-film collection. As for my opinion on the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit trilogy, I adore the Lord of the Rings trilogy. It's one of my favorite trilogies of all time. It's legendary. Favorite is Return of the King, then Fellowship of the Ring, then Two Towers. They're just brilliant films. I love them. Absolute masterpieces. I love them, very well made and everything. And as for the Hobbit trilogy, not as good as Lord of the Rings, not as strong, but still awesome. Unexpected Journey is my favourite, then Desolation of Smaug, then Battle of the Five Armies. Absolutely brilliant spin-off films. Loved them. And I've only ever seen these films once funny, so I must rewatch them over the summer, see do my opinions change. Yep. But they're brilliant films, yeah. Now to show you. It's a 12 years of front. I like this front cover artwork. It's nice. You got a picture of the Hobbit trilogy and the Lord of the Rings trilogy there. Very nice. It's a 12 years of front. Here's a spine. Here's the other spine. Here's top. Here's the bottom. Okay, here's the run times. Okay, The Hobbit and Unexpected Journey is on for 163 minutes. The Desolation of Smaug is on for 155 minutes, and the Battle of the Five Armies is on for 139 minutes. Lord of the Rings trilogy, The Fellowship of the Ring is on for 178 minutes. The Two Towers is on for 169 minutes, and The Return of the King is on for 193 minutes. Boy, that's a long film. Yep. And here's a back here, and it says experienced director Peter Jackson's Middle-earth trilogies from beginning to end. Includes theatrical versions of the Hobbit trilogy and the Lord of the Rings trilogy on 6 discs. Yeah, so here are the run times again. Unexpected Journey, 162 minutes. Desolation of Smaug, 155 minutes. Battle of the Five Armies, 139 minutes. Fellowship of the Ring, 178 minutes. Two Towers, 169 minutes. And Return of the King, 193 minutes. Yeah. Okay, and it's a 12 contains moderate violence, threat, suitor only persons of 12 years old, not used by any person below the age. Can I just get this out? Show it to you. Okay, here it is again, exactly the same. Here's the films. Okay, let's get them out. So they come like this, as you see. Yep. Okay, here's the Lord of the Rings motion picture trilogy. So 12 here's the front, here's the spine, and here's the back here. It says 3 incredible films, 1 collection to rule them all. Yeah. And Return of the King won 11 Academy Awards, and that is really something special. It deserves it. It's a masterpiece. I haven't watched the TV series Rings of Power, but I might give it a watch. I've heard mixed things about it. The movie's altogether on for 540 minutes, and the 12 contains moderate violence, suitor only persons of 12 is not used by any person below the age. Okay, the discs. Here's a disc for Lord of the Rings, Fellowship of the Ring. Here's a disc for the Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. And here's a disc for the Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. Okay, here's the Hobbit motion picture trilogy. It's a 12 here's a front, here's a spine. And here's a back here. And it says the entire epic adventure, all 3 films in director Peter Jackson's trilogy based on J.R. Tolkien's enduring masterpiece in one complete collection. All the movies altogether on for 457 minutes, and subtitle contains moderate violence threat, suit to any person of 12 reasons, or not to by any person without an age. Here's The Hobbit, An Unexpected Journey. Here's The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug. And here's The Hobbit, The Battle of the Five Armies. I also love the Harry Potter films as well. Yeah. Okay, that's the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit trilogy, and I'm very happy to own these movies in my box set collection. They're absolutely amazing films. Love them. Yeah. Elijah Wood and Martin Freeman are great in these movies. Yeah. Okay, so that's the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit trilogy. Okay, the next box set I have is Police Academy, The Complete Collection. Contains all 7 films. Funny, I've had this box set. I got the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit trilogy for Christmas back in 2022, if you check on my video. I also got this for Christmas back in 2022, if you check on my video. Funny, ever since I got these for Christmas back in 2022, I never got around to watch them. Funny, I've never seen any of the Police Academy movies. I just never got around to watching them. But now it's the summertime, I will finally hopefully give them a watch and see what I think. So I can't comment on these movies because I haven't seen them. Yeah, but I've heard they're very funny. I know the guy Larville Jones who does the voices, but that's it. But I've heard these movies are really funny, so I'm looking forward to watching them. So I can't comment on them. Yeah, anyway. So 15, here's the front. I like this front cover artwork, it's nice. 15, here's the front. Here's the spine, it's very yellow, as you can see. Other spine with the films, top, bottom. And here's the back here. The movie's altogether on for 584 minutes. It's a 50 contains strong language and nudity. Suits only person of 15 years old, not to by any person below their age. Let's get these out. Show them to you. Okay, they come like this. Okay, here's Police Academy 1 and 2. Here's Police Academy. It's also the 20th anniversary special edition DVD. And here's Police Academy 2 back in their first assignment. Here's Police Academy 3 and 4. Here's Police Academy 3 back in training. Here's Police Academy 4 Citizens on Patrol. Here's Police Academy 5 and 6. Here's Police Academy 5 Assignment Miami Beach. Here's Police Academy 6 City Under Siege. Here's Police Academy 7. Police Academy Mission to Moscow. Okay, that's the Police Academy Complete Collection. I'm very happy to own it, and I will watch these films over the summer and then see what I think of them. Looking forward to watching them. Yeah. It's the music. Okay, that's Police Academy, the Complete Collection. Okay, next box that I have is the biggest Fokker collection ever, and the movies are Meet the Parents, Meet the Fockers, and does it have to be the worst in the trilogy, Little Fockers? Oh, I hate that movie. It sucks. Yep. But I love Meet the Parents and Meet the Fockers. They're both very funny. They're both very funny and hilarious films. I adore them. But Little Fockers sucks. Don't get me started on it. Yeah. And to 12, here's a front. It's very cool. It has the Burns family mailbox on it. Here's a spine. Here's the other spine of the films. Top, bottom. And here's a back here. I love Jinxie. Yeah. Okay, Meet the Parents is on for 103 minutes. Meet the Fockers is on for 110 minutes. And Little Fockers is on for 94 minutes. And to 12 contains moderate language, sex, and drug references and crude humour. See 21st at 12 reason I'm not used by any person below the age. Let's get these out and show them to you. I do have Meet the Parents on DVD set. I do have Meet the Parents on DVD separate as well. Yep. And I got this for Christmas back in 2022 as well. Yeah. Here's Meet the Parents. Nice artwork. It's on for 103 minutes since the 12 contains moderate language, sex, and drug references suitable only for persons of 12 years old, not used by any person below the age. And you see the box is torn up because I got it second hand. I got it from eBay. Yeah. And here's a disc here. Very nice. The disc I have on the separate version is different. Yeah. Here's Meet the Fockers, starring Robert De Niro and Ben Stiller. It says Misery Loves Family, starring Robert De Niro, Ben Stiller, Dustin Hoffman, and Barbara Streisand. It's a 12 here's the front. Nice artwork. Here's the spine. And here's the back here. It's on for 110 minutes. As the 12 contains moderate sex references and one drug reference. See 21st to 12 years old, not used by any person below age. See, it's big. And there's a disc. It's nice artwork. Okay, here's Little Fockers. It says Meet the Parents, starring Robert De Niro, Ben Stiller, Owen Wilson, Jessica Alba, Dustin Hoffman, and Barbara Streisand. It's 12. Here's the front. Nice artwork. It's the spine. And here's the back here. And it says the hilarious #1 comedy blockbuster, 4 stars. It's on for 94 minutes since the 12 contains moderate sex references and crude humour. See 21st at 12 is not used by any person below age. And there's a disc. Okay, so that's the Meet the Parents trilogy, and Meet the Parents and Meet the Fockers are masterpieces, very funny and hilarious films. Love them. But Little Fockers sucks. Don't get me started on that one. It's terrible. It's not funny at all. Don't get me started on it. Yep. Oh. Anyway, sorry for my ranting, but I just hate that movie so much. But the first two. Classics. Yeah. Okay, so that's the Meet the Parent. Okay, that's the biggest Fokker collection, aka the Meet the Parents trilogy. Yeah. Okay. Next box set I have is the Flavours Cornetto trilogy. These movies star Simon Pegg and Nick Frost, and the movies are Shaun of the Dead, Hot Fuzz, and The World's End, directed by Edgar Wright. And as for the Flavours Cornetto trilogy, I love the Flavours Cornetto trilogy. It's one of my all-time favorite trilogies. These are very funny and hilarious films. I absolutely adore them. Yep. My favourite in the trilogy is Hot Fuzz, brilliant film, then Shaun of the Dead, classic. And The World's End, not as strong as the first two, a bit weak, but entertaining, I guess. Yep. And it's 15, here's the front. I like this artwork, it's nice. You got a picture from all the films. It's 15. It's a spine with the films, the other spine with the films, top, bottom. And here's the back here. Okay, Shaun of the Dead is on for 1 hour and 35 minutes, and the bonus run time is 1 hour and 56 minutes. Hot Fuzz is on for 1 hour and 56 minutes, and the bonus run time is 19 minutes. And The World's End is on for 1 hour and 44 minutes, and the bonus run time is 1 hour and 15 minutes. And 15 contains very strong language, strong sex references, and comic bloody violence. Suits only person 15 years old, not used by any person below the age. And funny enough, funny enough, although I rewatched Shaun of the Dead back in October last year, and and I now give it a 10 out of 10. It's just a very funny film. I absolutely love it, and I might rewatch Hot Fuzz over the summer, as I've only seen it once to see my opinion change. But I won't bother with World's End because it's not great. Yeah. Okay, here, now into the films. Yeah. Okay. Here's Shaun the Dead, and it says a romantic comedy with zombies. Yeah. Okay, here's a disc. Here's Hot Fuzz from the producers of Shaun the Dead. And there's a disc, pretty cool artwork, I have to say. And here's The World's End. It says, prepare to get annihilated. Here's a disc here. Okay, so that's the True Flavours Cornetto trilogy, and I'm very happy to own these movies in my box set collection. Shaun the Dead and Hot Fuzz are brilliant. World's End is definitely the weakest, but still entertaining. Yep. And Simon Pegg and Nick Frost are very funny in these movies. Love them. Yeah. Oops, wrong way. Sorry. There we go. Okay, so that's the True Flavours Cornetto trilogy. Okay, next box that I have is... I got that for my birthday. I got it for my 15th birthday. You can check out my video. Yeah. Okay. Next box that I have is the Zoolander 2 movie collection, which I got for Christmas off one of my S&As in school. And thank you very much. Yep. And as for the Zoolander movies, I love and adore the Zoolander movies. I think they're very funny and hilarious movies. I absolutely adore them. Zoolander 1 and 2, both very funny films. I absolutely love them. And Ben Stiller and Owen Wilson are just hilarious. Yeah, they're great. Yeah. And so 12, here's a France, nice artwork. Here's a spine, here's the other spine with the films. So top, bottom. And so 12 contains moderate violence, sex references, drug references, and freak and strong language. So it's only first of 12 years old, not used by any person below the age. And here's a back here. Here are the films. Yeah. Here's Zoolander, starring Ben Stiller and Owen Wilson. It says, ever wondered if there was more to life than being really, really ridiculously good looking? I love that line. Yeah, so 12, here's the front. And I love the Pulse Blue Steel. Yeah, there's the spine. And here's the back here. And it says, smart, fast, and very, very funny. It's on for 85 minutes, and so 12 contains moderate language, sex, references, and drug use. Suits only persons 12 years old, not used by any person below the age. And there's a disc. Here's Zoolander number 2. That's the Magnum edition. It says ridiculously funny. Starring Ben Stiller, Owen Wilson, Will Ferrell, Penelope Cruz, and Kristen Wiig. So 12. Here's the front, nice artwork. Here's the spine. And here's the back here. It says Zoolander 2 hits the mark with style. 4 stars. It's on for 98 minutes, and so 12 contains moderate violence, sex references, and freak and strong language. Suits only for us, so 12 years old, not used by any person below the age. I don't know why critics despise Zoolander 2 so much. It's not that bad. It's really, really funny. I love it. Yeah, but I love the first one. Yeah, and my S&A also lent me a separate copy, but I gave it back to her. Yeah. And here's the disc here. Will Ferrell's also very funny in these movies, yeah. Okay, so that's the Zoolander 2 movie collection, and I'm very happy to own these movies. I think they're both very funny films. I really love them. Yeah, I'll rewatch them, see my opinions change. Yeah, looking forward to it. Okay, so that's the Zoolander 2 movie collection. Okay, next box that I have is Next box I have is the next box I have is the Jurassic World 2 movie collection. And the movies are Jurassic World and Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. As for my opinions on the Jurassic World films, I love the Jurassic World films. I think they're great films. Yep. I love both of these films. I think they're great films. I love them. Dominion is kind of rubbish, but yeah, whatever. And I'm looking forward to Jurassic World Rebirth. That's coming out that's coming out in July. Yeah, looking forward to Jurassic World Rebirth coming out in July. I think it's going to be fantastic. Yep, got to see it on the big screen. Looking forward to it. And I also have the Jurassic Park movies as well. You can check. I showed those in part 1 yesterday. You can check it out on YouTube. Yep. Yeah. And so 12. Here's a front. Here's a spine. Here's the other spine with the films. Top, bottom. And here's a back here. Okay, Jurassic World is on for 1 hour and 59 minutes and the bonus run time is 14 minutes. Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom is on for 2 hours 3 minutes and the bonus run time is 51 minutes. And so 12 contains moderate threat, occasional bloody moments, action, violence. Suit your own person 12 is not just by any person blood at age. Now let's get these out and show them to you. Okay, here's Jurassic World. I love Chris Pratt and Bryce Dallas Howard. They're brilliant. Yeah. And it says terrifically enjoyable and spectacular. 4 stars. Here's Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom. The dinosaurs are back and they are roarsome. 4 stars. And Jonathan Bailey and Scarlett Johansson are going to be in Jurassic World Rebirth. Looking forward to that. Yeah. I definitely prefer the Jurassic Park films, but these are good as well. Yeah. Okay, that's the Jurassic World 2 movie collection. I'm happy to own these. They're great films. Yeah. And I must rewatch them. Yeah. Okay, that's the Jurassic World 2 movie collection. Okay, next box that I have is the Bourne, the Ultimate 5 movie collection. And the movies are The Bourne Identity, The Bourne Supremacy, The Bourne Ultimatum, The Bourne Legacy, and Jason Bourne. And the only one Matt Damon isn't in is The Bourne Legacy. That one stars Jeremy Renner. Yeah. As my opinion on the Bourne films, I love the Bourne films. I think they're right up there with Mission Impossible and James Bond. They're brilliant action spy films. I absolutely adore them. Great action scenes, and Matt Damon is fantastic as Jason Bourne. Yeah, Jeremy Renner isn't as strong, but he's still okay. Yep, Bourne Legacy isn't as strong as the others, but it's still good. But the first few brilliant films, love them. Yeah, and so 12 here's the front. You got Jason Bourne in it. So spine is the other spine. This did come with a slipcover, but I got rid of it. Yeah. So top, bottom. I got this for Christmas back in 2020. Check out my video. Yeah. And here's a back here that says all 5 movies, including Jason Bourne. Also comes with Ultraviolet, but it's expired. Yeah. Oh yeah, the girl from 10 Things I Hate About You is good in this as well. Yeah. Can't remember her name. Okay, The Bourne Identity is on for 1 hour and 54 minutes and the bonus run time is 1 hour and 2 minutes. The Bourne Supremacy is on for 1 hour and 44 minutes and the bonus run time is 1 hour and 1 minute. The Bourne Ultimatum is on for 1 hour and 50 minutes and the bonus run time is 1 hour and 1 minute. The Bourne Legacy is on for 2 hours and 9 minutes and Jason Bourne's on for 1 hour and 58 minutes and the bonus run time is 23 minutes. As the trial contains moderate violence and frequent strong language, see Tony Press of 12 reasons I'm not despite any person blood at age. Now let's get these out and show them to you. Yeah. Okay, now show these films to you. Yeah. Okay, here's The Bourne Identity. My favorite out of all of them is The Bourne Supremacy. Great film. Yeah. Here's The Bourne Supremacy. Here's The Bourne Ultimatum. Here's The Bourne Legacy. And here's Jason Bourne. I must rewatch these films to see the opinions change, yeah. Okay, that's the Bourne Ultimate Fight Movie Collection. I'm happy to own these movies on box set, and they're brilliant films. That's the Bourne Ultimate Fight Movie Collection. Okay, next box set I have is a US box set, but I'm planning to get the UK version very soon. Is the Bill and Ted 3 film collection, and this is a US box set. So sadly these don't work in my region because I'm not in the US. I live in Ireland. Yep. So, but I'm planning to get the UK version very soon, and I haven't seen these movies, so I can't comment on them. But I can't wait to watch them when I get the UK version. I'm looking forward to it. I've heard they're very funny, so I can't wait to watch them with Keanu Reeves and Alex Winter. Yeah, and the movies are Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure, Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey, and Bill and Ted Face the Music. Yeah. Here's Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. See, Keanu Reeves is very young in them. Here's Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey. And here's Bill and Ted Face the Music. There is a joke I do know from this that goes like, Ted... Bill, the joke is, Bill, what... He says, Bill, what colour is an orange? Seriously, Ted, an orange is the colour of the fruit, just like lemon. Oh, it's such a funny joke, I love it. Yeah. Okay, that's the Bill and Ted 3 film collection. Okay, next box that I have is the Creed 3 film collection, and the movies are Creed, Creed 2, and Creed 3. Yeah, I also have the Rocky films on Blu-ray. I showed them in part 1 yesterday. You can check it out. Yep. So these are the Creed films. For the Creed films, my favourite one is the first one, then the second one, then the third one, not as strong, but still pretty good. Yep. Yeah, I prefer I definitely prefer the Rocky films over the Creeds, but the Creeds are still entertaining. Yeah. And so 12, here's the front, here's the spine, here's the other spine, and here's the back here. Okay, Creed's on for 128 minutes, Creed 2 is on for 125 minutes, and Creed 3 is on for 111 minutes. As the 12 contains moderate violence and frequent strong language, so it's only for persons of 12 reasonable, not to be spied to any person below their age. I'll show them to you. Must rewatch these. Okay, here's Creed. Here's Creed 2. And here's Creed 3. Okay, that's the Creed 3 film collection. I'm happy to own these. They're great films. Yeah. That's the Creed 3 film collection. Okay, next box I have is the Men in Black trilogy, and the movies are Men in Black, Men in Black 2, Men in Black 3. Yep, I've seen the Men in Black films. Favourite is the second, then the first. Third, not as strong, but still pretty good. Yeah, and I've only ever seen them once, but it was years and years ago, so I definitely need to rewatch to see my opinions change. I've also seen the one that doesn't star Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones, Men in Black International with Chris Hemsworth and Tessa Thompson, who's also in the Creed films. Yeah, and as for Men in Black International, I enjoy that one as well. I don't know why critics despise it so much. I think it's a pretty entertaining movie, and I like Chris Hemsworth and Tessa Thompson. They're great. Yep. Yeah, I need to rewatch that one as well. See opinion change. I used to own that on DVD, but then I sold it. Yep, because it was taking up space. Yeah. Anyway, it's PG. Here's the front. Here's the spine, here's the other spine, and here's the back here. Okay, Men in Black is on for 1 hour and 34 minutes, Men in Black 2 is on for 1 hour and 24 minutes, and Men in Black 3 is on for 1 hour and 41 minutes. And so PG contains mild language, fancy violence, threat, and sex references. Parental guidance should view in some scenes may be unsuitable for young children. Here's Men in Black. Here's Men in Black 2. And here's Men in Black 3. Cast the Men in Black trilogy, and I'm happy to own these. They're entertaining movies. Yeah, Will Smith and Tommy Lee Jones are great. Yeah. Cast the Men in Black trilogy. Okay, next box set I have is the Sam Raimi, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man trilogy. Yeah, which I got this box set for my 18th birthday. You check my video. Yep. Yeah, and as for my opinion on the Tobey Maguire, Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy, I love these movies. I think they're the best Spider-Man movies of all time. Favorite is Spider-Man 2, brilliant. Then Spider-Man 1, also very good. Spider-Man 3, not as strong as the first two, but still pretty good. Yep. And I also own the Tom Holland Spider-Man trilogy on DVD, but they're separate, and they're also really good films as well. And I haven't seen the Andrew Garfield ones, but I might watch them when I get a chance. Yeah, but these ones are. But Tobey Maguire has always been my favorite Spider-Man. He's amazing, and he's the best Spider-Man movies of all time. Really love them. Yeah, and so 12 here's the front. I actually only watched these for the first time back in September last year, and they were pretty good. Yeah, it's the spine. Here's the other spine, and here's the back here. Okay, Spider-Man is on for 1 hour and 56 minutes. Spider-Man 2 is on for 2 hours 2 minutes. And Spider-Man 3 is on for 2 hours 13 minutes. As the 12 contains strong fantasy, violence, and modern horror. So each only person 12 is not used by 20 person blood at age. Person Dunst is great as MJ. And James Franco is Harry Osborn. You see the DVD artwork's different, which is cool. Yeah. Okay, here's Spider-Man. Here's Spider-Man 2. It's also the feature disc. And here's Spider-Man 3. Cast the Tobey Maguire, Sam Raimi Spider-Man trilogy. Very happy to own these greatest films of all time. Yeah, greatest trilogy. Yeah, that's the Sam Raimi, Tobey Maguire Spider-Man trilogy. Okay, next box I have only 2 more left to go. Yeah, okay, next box I have is the Beverly Hills Cop triple feature. Yeah, the Beverly Hills Cop trilogy. Yeah, the movies are Beverly Hills Cop, Beverly Hills Cop 2, and Beverly Hills Cop 3. Yeah, and all these movies star Eddie Murphy as Axel Foley, who's absolutely hilarious. Yep. Yeah, the music is dum. Yeah, classic theme music, absolutely love it. Yep. And as for my opinion on the Beverly Hills Cop films, I love the Beverly Hills Cop films. I think they're all very funny films. My favorite cop films of all time. Yep. Yeah, my favorite Beverly Hills Cop is the second, then the first, then the fourth, and then the third. Yeah, which the fourth movie, it's a Netflix original. It didn't get a DVD release. It's a Netflix original. It's on Netflix. That's how I watched it, and it's a really good movie. I love it. So favorite second, first, fourth, and then the third. Yep. Yeah, great films. Yep. Yeah, and Eddie Murphy's in the fourth one too. Yeah. And I must rewatch these, see the opinions change. Yeah. And so 15 here's the front. I like this artwork. You got a picture of Axel Foley in Beverly Hills. Very nice. Here's the spine. And here's the back here. Beverly Hills Cop is on for 101 minutes. Beverly Hills Cop 2 is on for 99 minutes. And Beverly Hills Cop 3 is on for 100 minutes. And 15 contains strong language and violence. So the only person 15 years old, not used by 20 person blood at age. Here's Beverly Hills Cop. Here's Beverly Hills Cop 2. And here's Beverly Hills Cop 3. Okay, that's the Beverly Hills Cop triple feature box set. I'm happy to own these. They're very funny films. Okay, I'm gonna show one more box set for part two, and then I'll stop it here for part three. Yeah, okay. The last box set I'm gonna show for part two is the Rambo 5 film collection, starring Sylvester Stallone as John Rambo. Yeah, and this is another US box set I have, which doesn't work because I'm in Ireland and not in the US. Yeah, and but I do, but don't worry, guys. I do have the UK version of the Rambo box set on DVD, and I will show it in tomorrow's part of my box set collection, 2025 edition. Yes, so stay tuned. Yeah, but this is a US version. But I haven't seen the others, but I've seen the first 3 Rambo films. And favorite is First Blood Part 2, then First Blood, and then Rambo 3. Yeah, I love the Rambo films. I think they're up there with the Rockies. They're great action movies. I love them. And Sylvester Stallone kills as John Rambo. He's great. Yep. Yeah, and then the Rambo films are great. Yeah, I love them. I must watch the other ones too. Yeah. First Blood's on for 96 minutes. First Blood Part 2 is on for 95 minutes. Rambo 3 is on for 102 minutes. Rambo's on for 91 minutes. And Rambo Last Blood is on for 89 minutes. Here's First Blood Ultimate Edition. Here's First Blood Part 2. Here's Rambo 3. Here's Rambo widescreen edition. And here's Rambo Last Blood. Okay, that's the Rambo 5 film collection. Happy to own these great action movies. Okay, that's going to be it for part 2 of the 2025 edition of my box set collection. Hope you enjoyed it, and stay tuned for part 3 tomorrow, which I show the last few box sets I have. Then I'll be done. Yep. And they're the newer box sets that I have. Also, guys, I did have a few other box sets, but I sold them. Yep. Yeah. So stay tuned for part 3 tomorrow, and also stay tuned for my cinema trip vlog of Lilo and Stitch coming soon. I'm going to see it today. Looking forward to it at 1 o'clock. Yeah. Hope it's good. So that's all for part 2 of my box set collection 2025 edition. And thank you for watching my video, and I'll see you in my next video, and goodbye. Take care, guys, and peace. And stay tuned for part 3 tomorrow in vlog on Lilo and Stitch. Take care, guys, and peace.